Hello, everyone. Welcome to True Crime with Marv. I'm Marv. It's been a good day so far. Having a little drink. I got my mini me over here. We're spending mother-daughter time together. Can you hear me? That is the question right now. Anyone in the chat? Can you hear me? Hello? Nobody's saying anything. Okay. Yes. Well. Hello, Miss Persevere. How are you? Thank you for stopping by and saying hello. Tech Death, how you doing? Nice to see you. Sleuth Intuition's in the house. Hello, Sleuth and Jill. Lori, Ellen is in the house. Good to see you. Julianne. As always, justice for Kaylee. Yes, absolutely. Hey, Jinx, how you doing? George is here. Vid Inquiries. Nice to see y'all. So I am in the capital city of Madison. Oh, Lord, what? Andrea. She's over there with her earbuds in, listening to her. I don't know what she's listening to. Oh, she's watching The Flash. So we are in Madison, Wisconsin. My daughter and I came down here to have some mother-daughter time. Don't be spilling anything over there. And it was quite interesting today. So tonight we are going to have an open chat. Anything goes. So we can chat away about anything we want. We went to the Capitol building. Of course, it was closed, but we got to walk around the outside, and they had the largest farmers market I have ever seen. It was crazy. Down all the way around the Capitol, down side streets, everything was blocked off. You could get anything and everything you wanted down there. My sister says, I have her fudge and I'm holding it hostage. Well, that just means you don't get your birthday present until she gets her fudge. Oh, and she says she'll break into your house. So,
with love.
With love. So, yeah, we went and did that and stopped at the Apple store today. Bought a MacBook for somebody. Yes. Oh my gosh. They had so many fresh vegetables, fresh fruit, fresh meat, fresh flowers. You name it, it was down there. It was the largest farmers market I've ever seen. And it was crazy. We got there at the tail end of it, so they were actually closing everything down. So I told her that one of these Saturdays we'll have to come down here just so we can go to the farmers market. Because it was everywhere. Hi, Anthony. How are you? Hey, don't knock my drink. I like my lemonade.
That's so gross.
I found Minute Maid zero sugar lemonade, and I'm enjoying it with a little blue UV tonight. Let's see. That's why I love living in Amish. Oh, wait. It moved and I missed the comment. There it is. Favorite time of the year? Love fresh vegetables? Yes.
I was looking at the thing. The farmer's market goes until November.
Ooh, the farmer's market goes till November.
That's what they're open.
That's why I love living in Amish country. We get fresh anything. Yeah. Being in the little town that we live in, it's not like that. Where is my favorite person? Which person? I'm right here. DGR Dave says listening and driving. It is good lemonade. And now that I found a 0 sugar one, I'm really happy. Yummy, yes. So, what does everybody want to talk about tonight? I mean, a girl goes shopping and doing tourist things, and I come back and there's all kinds of stuff on the internet. It's crazy. That's exactly why I'm drinking it. The 0 sugar is I have diabetes also. I didn't know they made it until I found it. And you want to know how I found it? I was in the liquor store buying a bottle of liquor, and this was on the shelf. Oh, you're supposed to come say hi.
What?
You heard me.
They look like a hermit.
She says she looks like a hermit. Marv, were you shocked by the 40 years KK got? I was thinking, I was shocked. I expected him to get a low sentence. I wanted 50 plus years. He got 40 years plus 3 years of probation. That is the best that we're going to get for him. It's better than I thought it was going to be. So I am very happy with that sentence. Lots of stuff going on in the YouTube streets today. That's what I've heard. Oh, how many calories are in the lemonade stuff? 0. It's sugar-free. No sugar. So it's 0. And there's 0 sugar, so better for me. Yes, good riddance. Well, I can't wait to see what happens. He's been in a cushy jail for all these 3 years. So I can't wait to see what happens when he goes to prison with the big dogs. You know, in prison, word gets around what you did. And when you're a serial, you know what he is. We got to be careful with our words today because YouTube doesn't like them. So he's a serial freak. That's what I'm going to say. Word gets around. And bad things happen. Eventually. I mean, look at the mother and boyfriend of Gabriel Fernandez. They were in jail. People found out what they did, and they were beaten. So, yeah. Look at Dahmer. He made it 3 years. And then somebody got him. So, Miami Correctional Facility is a state prison. I bet they don't move him. Interesting. Well, he can go in general population any day now. Stuff like that, word gets around. Yeah. Guards even tell inmates and what others did. Yes, exactly. We lived a half hour from Dahmer growing up. Oh my goodness, you poor thing. Yes, Jinx, that's what I heard. A lot of disgusting things that went on in that courtroom. Randy says, and he's not going to last too long in prison once he gets there. Yep, I agree. You know, they usually don't do it right away, but sometimes they do. He's going to get his, especially when they find out the crap that was said in court yesterday, day before. So, hi, Jason. I knew it was you. Facebook doesn't transfer over to YouTube, so I just get Facebook user, but I definitely knew it was you by your responses. So, what is going on, everyone? This is open chat night, so we can talk about whatever we want. Yeah, Jinx, I heard there was some interesting Facebook or YouTube discussions today. Kind of crazy. Definitely crazy. Yeah. Oh, yes. Lori Daybell sentencing coming up. Absolutely. Can't wait for that one. That should be a doozy. She better get life without parole since she can't get the death sentence. That's all I got to say. Do not let that one out. You're right, DGR Dave. We do love Jinx. Oh, mine too, vid inquiries. The things that she did to her children and to her family are beyond insane. Beyond insane. Absolutely. Oh, you're working on 2 missing person cases? Well, if I can help get the word out there, just let me know. Paula says, Andrea says, I got some boxing gloves for sale. Okay. Paula says she's nuts. Yeah, she is. Solo. Yeah, sick. She is See through. I don't know what's going on, but none of your comments are coming through, dear. All I get is a blank. I get your name and blank. No typing in there. So I'm not ignoring you. I just can't see what you're saying. Hey, Digital. Good to see ya. Yeah, that's well, so what did we have this week? We had Keegan sentencing. We had the crazy woman from Green Bay, Wisconsin, who beheaded her boyfriend. She was found sane and guilty. We found out that Carly lied and had 2 charges brought up against her. I'm trying to think. I think that's all of the really big news that I've heard. The Idaho 4 case, that is a cluster. I can't keep up with that one. Something about Brian Kohlberger has an alibi. I didn't get to see it. I just saw a title. So, yes, she was. vid inquiries. She is, how they found her sane, I will never know. We're going to go over that case because she is a weird one. Flipped off the judge, laughing during victim impact statements, and during the trial, and just bizarre. I'm glad she won't be on the streets any longer. No, I cannot imagine going downstairs and finding my child's head in a bucket. Yes, Carly is the one who lied about the abduction. And I know the charges are small on that one, but at least they brought charges. They got to start bringing charges to the people who lie about being abducted or whatever so that that stops. Tech death. She sure looks insane, but they have given her and tested her and had her, and everybody says she is not. Hey, Olivia, too. How are you doing? It did look like she was trying to act insane. But I do think there are some issues with her, but not insanity. Definitely not. She knew what she was doing and she knew it was wrong. Carly Russell is the one from Florida who said that she saw a child, an infant, a toddler on the side of the road, called police, told them that she saw this toddler on the side of the road, and then went missing herself. It was 2 or 3 days later, she showed up at home and was taken to the hospital. The police could not verify her story at all. She got an attorney, and last week they came out with a press conference, and the attorney admitted she lied and that she was not abducted. There was no toddler involved. So they are pressing charges against her. No one knows more than the people who were there. I'm from Alabama. They will slap Carly on the wrist and let her go. Really? Oh, that's right. It's Alabama, not Florida. I'm thinking of another case in Florida. The only way I think that they could really hurt her is since the FBI was involved, if they brought charges against her, it could be more severe. But then the question is, will they? Drug-induced insanity. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, and she ran off with her snacks. All right, let's see here. Marv, do you think once Ricky admitted he was guilty, game over for KK to get a deal? No, I don't. Because KK had plenty of time to make a deal. Plenty of time. I think a deal was all over for him long before Richard Allen got involved. I'm wondering why she did it did all this. I don't know. You're right. She may just get a fine in community service. Or to teach her a lesson, they may give her like 30 days in jail. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, so we're switching back to KK again. I like that Doug Carter was in the courtroom. Yes. Doug Carter was there. Jerry Holman was there. Vito was there. And I think it was just to show support for Miami County. Everybody was like, are they going to arrest him after he's sentenced? Nothing happened. Depends on what they found, Anthony. If they didn't really find enough, they're not going to give him a sweet deal. They're not going to let him out of being a serial child predator. No way. And right now, everything is, I mean, we do not have any definite that KK is the one. We assume he's the one that was responsible for the Wabash search, but we don't know for sure. And what were they really looking for? So what does everybody think about the judge denying the defense's motion in Richard Allen's scenario, and that he will not be moved from Westville? What does everyone think of that? Basically, the defense was trying to pull some fast ones and say that it was because of his mental health, and his health was so bad and it was deteriorating, and they threw in the fact that they couldn't see him, and it was more about what the attorneys wanted than the fact that his mental health was bad. Yeah, his mental health went down the drain after he admitted that he had killed the girls. Anybody's mental health would go down the drain after that. I think he's fine where he is for right now. I don't want anything to happen to that man. I want a trial, and I want all of the information to come out in the trial. Let's see. Glad the judge denied the motion. He doesn't need moved. He's fine. I'm glad motion was denied too. Did KK lead them out to Wabash and find nothing? I doubt that. Well, we know they found something, but did it really relate to one of the cases? Or did they find something that wasn't actually involved with another case? I believe the judge isn't moving him because the judge, doesn't think he's mistreated. Exactly. That is the biggest thing that we learned out of all those documents being released. He did it to himself. He chose not to eat. He chose not to sleep. Anytime you don't eat or sleep and rejuvenate your body, things are going to happen to your body that normally don't happen. You're going to lose weight. You're going to look frail. You are going to have mental issues. Your body needs sleep to recuperate and rejuvenate. And if he wasn't sleeping on purpose, that's not our fault. And he only did that for a few weeks, and then he snapped right back and acted like nothing. Ricky was arrested a week after the search. Can't believe a coincidence there. You'd be surprised. You would be surprised at the amount of coincidences there are. They have not said anything about that Wabash search having anything to do with Richard Allen. None. Yeah, I think as far as Richard Allen, I think his defense was trying to make it easier on themselves and get him closer so that they would have better access to him and wouldn't have to drive as far, and it wouldn't have to be so hard on them. So, and I think the judge saw right through that, because she called him out on it even when she quashed the motion. Hello, Snarky Sass Angel. How are you? Hi, Colette. How are you? Anthony, you said, but Kate, was KK involved? Involved in what? Exactly. We know he was involved in serial child predators, being one at least. We know that the Anthony Schatz profile contacted Libby. We know he catfished her. But just because he catfished her doesn't mean he was involved in the murders. I heard that it was to win her boyfriend back. Allegedly, he was blocked on Facebook until that day. He miraculously wasn't blocked anymore and could watch the search. I also heard that on the Carly Russell case. Yes. I did hear that. And now it's come out that he's broke everything off with her and doesn't want anything to do with her because she lied and she lost her job. So repercussions are already happening. Let's see here. So glad you're doing good, Colette. And you're welcome. In the murders, KK is most likely not involved in the murders. We just know his, yep, wanted pictures. What Marathon gas station search awful close to Ricky's and the bridge meetup point? We'll never know because the video footage is gone, according to what we're hearing. And until the facts come out, we can speculate all we want. We're not going to know until that trial happens. Hi, Miss Persevere. Welcome back. It's all right. He says he didn't try to meet any of the girls, but police are saying that yes, he did. I feel KK was used to lure girls to the bridge to meet Schatz. But that's sad. We'll never know about this either. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, on all these cases, it's just weird stuff, you know. KK, as far as we know, is done. He's been sentenced. They're saying TK didn't have anything to do with it. He was actually on the witness list for the prosecution, so it doesn't look like there's going to be any arrests there. And everything that we thought about all the officers from Carroll County being at his hearing turned up to be nothing. They were there to support the cause that was happening, the sentencing. No arrest for KK on Delphi. From everything that I'm hearing, they are saying that RA was the lone wolf. But then again, they talk in riddles, and law enforcement says there's these tentacles and there could be other people, you know. So once again, it's trying to read between what they're saying to figure out what is really, really true. And like I said, when it comes to Richard Allen, we are not going to get the truth unless we have documents in front of us in black and white, or until that trial happens and we hear everything and all the evidence then. True Crime Investigates, I don't know. He came the back way, I believe. I'd have to look at the documents to find out. I think he came more from the country way. But didn't girls have drinks with them allegedly purchased at gas station that morning? Drinks with who that morning? I don't think KK had anything to do with the murders. He's just a pervert. Yeah. What if we have it wrong, been focusing on where KK was that day, but maybe RA was with KK? That could be too. But like I said, we're not going to know anything definite unless we see it in documents in black and white, or until the trial happens and they present all the evidence. There's nothing stating right now that KK had anything to do with the murders. Frenchie says, I think Eye of Aphrodite's theory has hit it on the head. I'll have to watch some of that. I haven't been able to lately, so I'm not sure what is being said. Tentacles, that's what it is. That's why DG was there in street clothes. No way this was Lone Wolf, in my opinion. Did you notice that the witness is Bree and that she was also awarded the scholarship? Yes. I did notice that. She was awarded Abby's scholarship. So she's a witness, awarded the scholarship, and she's very close to Kelsey and was in the wedding. Yep. Let's see. The girls had Gatorade and water with them, is what I heard, but Doug Carter didn't tell me, so it's a rumor. Yeah, but where did they stop? That's the thing. Do we know if they definitely stopped at that gas station that morning? Hi, sweet revenge. How are you? The Marathon gas station allegedly, keyword allegedly, showed James Maxwell all disheveled and muddy on the 13th. But we won't know because whoever took the footage as for law enforcement, as far as what we've been told, it all has been lost. So allegedly is the right word there. Marathon cashier saved receipt. And who said that that is where they went digital? Zorba! Aw, my pretty kitty. I did see your message. I will watch the video that you sent me, Vid. Chat is going slow tonight. Marathon cashier dies later. Oh my goodness, yes, I did hear about this. Body found in Delphi today at 3 p.m. by train tracks. Investigation is ongoing. I've heard he or she was hit by the train. I've heard that the individual was decapitated. I mean, rumors fly so quick after something happens. All I know is it's very sad. Somebody lost their life today, whether it was by their choice or it was an accident. It's very sad. But I heard that the train track lights and stuff weren't working today, too. So I don't know. That marathon search is key, Marv. If we are getting the correct and true information about the marathon, yes, it is key. Yeah, Dragonfly. It's been on some of the sites close to Delphi. Crazy. It happened right by RA work on the side of McDonald's. Oh wow. It's very sad. It's very, very sad. Hi there. How are you tonight, Jer? So glad you could join us. So, what do you guys think is going to happen? Do you think that we are actually going to have a trial in January 2024? Or do you think that it's going to continue to get postponed and continuances and not happen until later in 2024 for Richard Allen. The railroad lights not working was posted by the Carroll County Scanner Facebook group. Okay. We do not know whose body it was. They're not releasing that information yet. No. Okay, so Tech Death says no trial ever. So you think he's going to take a plea agreement? Do you think they're going to offer a plea agreement? No postponing. I don't think so. Anthony says he's going to plead out. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Hey, CJK. I don't think the Delphi trial will happen. I think he's going to plea. Yeah, he already admitted he has a little chance at trial. I agree. The only thing is because this has been such a national case, are they really going to offer him a plea deal? It all depends. Do they want the death sentence, or do they not care as long as he goes to prison for life with no possibility of parole? If they offer a plea agreement, I hope they get to admit he and KK were in fact working together. They're treating this case like it's Area 51. Yep. All right, so True Crime Investigate says they will offer a plea to prevent the details being released publicly. Once it's over and he accepts the plea deal, it's open access for FOIA requests. We should be able to look at all the documents that have been withheld and everything else. As things play out a little bit more, he'll see no way out and plea if the prosecutor offers one. That's the big thing. They want the death penalty. They're not going to offer a plea. They're going to take it to trial. Michelle, that's why they're keeping him where they're keeping him, so that nobody can get to him. Some people would think him saying he was on the bridge is a confession. I want to know what he said. Yeah. I want to know word for word what he said about being on the bridge. I want to know word for word what was said in these confessions at the jail. You betcha. If there's other actors, like Doug Carter says, he might have a little leverage. I agree. They'll be able to be obtained through FOIA, but they don't want that on TV. Well, I can guarantee you that all of mainstream media who has been covering this case is going to FOIA the heck out of these documents if a plea is done, and it's going to be all over TV. I agree. I don't want the autopsy photos shown. That is for the families. We do not need to see any of that. they offered to BTK and Gary Ridgway. Good point. I guess it just depends. I mean, we really haven't talked to the families as far as what they want. And from what Becky did say, it was, the few people that she had talked to, she said they were split on whether they wanted the death penalty or not. So it's hard to say. If it's split and it's not unanimous by the families that they want it, then there's a good chance they'll plead them out. Yes, Dragonfly, so many questions that need answers to. Why would KK take it that far if he had no real information? That's a big bluff to try and pull. What do you mean by take it that far? Will never go to trial, in my opinion. Defense attorneys will prove his innocence. There's progress ongoing. Interesting. Well, we know his wife is on the witness list for the prosecution because it's in those documents. So there is a very good chance that she will testify. Let's see. I missed some comments up here. Hang on. Well, I thought I did. Looks like I got them. So digital, I want the metadata from the evidence. You betcha. And all of it. I would think they would release that, yes. I think in this case, the only thing that should be sealed is the autopsy photos of the girls or any photos of the girls at the scene. Everything else should be released. Let's see, but the Delphi case is nationally known, and with Judge Gall being on the forum, the cameras in the courtroom, I wouldn't bet Court TV or some outlet like that will be in the courtroom if there's a trial. Yeah. And I hope there are cameras in there. I want to be able to hear and see everything that goes on in that courtroom. Let's see. Well, we had a card to play until Ricky admitted guilt to his wife and mom, right? Yeah. Well, and you got to remember the defense team has already said that they want cameras. So that's good too, because in the past they've said they want them, they want to prove his innocence. So, yum. Yum. Yes, Delphi does want this over. I agree. But you got to think about it. For any family that has something like this that happens, closure, you never truly get closure, especially when it's a child. But the ability to move one foot in front of the other on a daily basis without having this hanging over your head, that's what matters. That's why they want this over. It's not really up to the families if Richard Allen strikes a plea deal saying he will confess in detail if they take the death penalty off the table. May not be strictly up to them, but most prosecutors do take the family's wishes into high consideration. He was focused on one or both, agree, but I'm still believing lone wolf. Sick fixation and fantasy. Yes, that's another reason they want it over. Definitely, Frenchie. Did the cashier give a statement on record to law enforcement? Do you know? They don't need KK now. They got their guy, so no need to mess with his BS anymore, unless and lies and manipulating people. Yeah, that is true. KK has no leverage anymore on this. None at all. No, Lockwood. I never thought that Ron Logan was bridge guy, and I never thought that he had anything to do with the actual murders. Now that I've heard full details of KK's crimes, yeah. Yep. Yeah, maybe setting it up, but as far as in the actual murder, I don't think so. Yes, Dragonfly, I agree with you. Anyone who had anything to do with this, I want them held responsible. Let's see. Oh, that is interesting, Michelle. Like maybe he was selling their locations because he knew where they were. Very good thinking on that. Cashier made a statement years ago about James Maxwell being in the store that day looking like a mess. It was one of the reasons Maxwell's house was searched just days after. Never thought Ron Logan from day one. Personally, in a sense, I think RA killed RL2. Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of bad things that we've heard about Ron Logan, especially when it comes to the way he treated women. Yes, Olivia, Logan did die from COVID. He was on a ventilator because he couldn't breathe. So, anybody have any other trials that they're going to be watching? Anything I should watch out for that's coming up? Anything's possible, Anthony. Anything is possible. Could have been that or alcohol or whatever, I initially didn't think Ron was involved, but now I can't seem to rule him out, even if it's guilty knowledge. Yeah, I truly do believe that Ron Logan did stumble across that scene that night and did not tell anyone and let them find the girls the next day. Queen of Ocean. Yes, I am in a hotel. Kevin Spacey being acquitted. He's always been one of my favorites. No, all of those documents are sealed when it comes to Ron Logan. Everything, except for the one document that was released a long time ago. So when this case is over, there's going to be a lot of FOIA requests regarding all of that around Ron Logan. I can guarantee it. The cult lady that killed her children on court TV is coming up soon. I'll have to watch for that one. The List case. Yep. Yes, definitely. Definitely. And we should have the trial coming up for Harmony Montgomery soon. Her father's trial for charges of actually killing her. That trial should be coming up soon. So that is one I'll definitely be watching. He's not a fumbling, bumbling, stuttering idiot like you think. That man knew when to keep his mouth shut. The List phone evidence gives me hope that Delphi evidence is more clear than we think. Yes. No, they have not, Sweet Revenge. Summer Wells still has not been found. Yes, the Harmony case is going to be heart-wrenching, especially now that we have those documents and know what he did to her. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I agree. That's going to be a rough one. Total rough one. I really need to watch some stuff on the Summer Wells case. I am so out of touch with that one. I have no idea what is happening in that case. But all right, everybody, I want to thank you for coming and chatting with me. I know this one is a short one. It's only an hour, but my daughter has been patiently sitting on the bed listening to me chat and answer questions and everything for an hour. And she's a talker. She's going to need to talk my ear off for a while. Yes, Michelle, yes, absolutely recommend. Put them in the comments below this video if you would, because then I can go back and reference them. I'll never remember them otherwise. Kind of behind on the summer too, yeah. That one just doesn't go anywhere. Do you think Ricky just was up all night on booze and meth? Who knows? I have no idea. Anthony, I have no idea. What was his motivation? What was the motive? I don't know. I sure hope we find out. Definitely hope we find out. Good night, Frenchie. Take care. Thank you. Olivia, have a good night. She needed her own channel and cover cases like you do. Yeah. Abducted and sold. It's possible. Anything is possible. Thank you, Anthony, for all your questions, and thank you. Oh, Digital, you're so funny. Thanks, Vid. We're gonna sleep in tomorrow and go check out the lake. There's a couple lakes here, so we're gonna check that out before we go home tomorrow. Oh, thank you, Michelle. So glad you guys could be here with me, and I will be back shortly, probably tomorrow night. And we'll be doing the second episode in the reboot of Tabitha Shuck Reigns. I think I have everything set and ready for that one. So I will make the thumbnail and everything for that in the morning after I look over my papers tonight and get that out to you guys so that you know what time it'll be. That would be awesome, Vid Inquiries. We could go have some fun. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining me. So glad to talk to you guys and just be able to chat. I know it was whiplash type of chatting tonight because we jumped from one subject to the other and back. And Digital says we do not have enough thumbs up. So on your way out, please hit the thumbs up and leave me a comment below if you have any questions that I didn't get to answer, and I'll try to answer them in the comments. Stay safe, stay curious, and most of all, be an advocate for those that need us. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.